The other day I was at a customer's house, a seller, and they asked me, what is my Instagram? And it made me think at the moment, just how different life is. In the past, social media was so different. There wasn't a chance that anyone would ask me, who am I on Facebook or my MySpace, for those of you that are old enough to remember that. But things have changed dramatically. So today I'm going to share with you how to do better, way better Facebook posts and Instagram. So many of you use Instagram, depending on your age. I guess people that are a bit younger will use Instagram more, or maybe even, maybe it might relate to personality. I use both. I've been way more successful with business on Facebook, even though I have more people on Instagram. Instagram is more like branding a little bit and less comments and stuff. But anyways, with that said, I'm gonna share with you my screen and share with you how to do better Instagram posts and Facebook posts. But before I do that, I wanna tell you something that's extremely, extremely important. When we post, we get so consumed with the number of likes, the number of people loving our posts, the people that are commenting on our posts, the people that are sharing our posts, and just the analytics. Do not, do not, do not. I can't say that enough. 1,000 times. Pretend I said it 1,000 times and you're still here. You didn't leave. You actually heard me say it 1,000 times. And I told you, don't worry about that, because that is not what is going to give you business. The content that you provide is going to give you business. And it took me a while to figure that out, because what happens is a lot of times, many people who are consuming our content, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, a lot of times they don't comment. A lot of the people see our stuff, but they don't comment or they don't share our posts. So what happens is, and I didn't know, even though I sort of knew that, I didn't know it really that much, as I guess I didn't know it as much as I should. I realized it more and more as I started getting customers tell me that they see my stuff all the time. And I was thinking, you see my stuff? I didn't even realize I was friends or you were following me. I didn't tell them that. And I had no clue, because they had never commented, shared, or liked my post. But the majority of people that see our content aren't engaging with our content. So I would say in a second, when I show you how to do these posts better, pretend that you're only talking to a few people. It doesn't matter, or one person. It would be even better if you're just talking to one person. Pretend you're talking to one person, just like when you do a video. When you do a video, best practices are to pretend you're talking to one person, so they could get more, I guess, engaged when you speak with them. Because if you're just, and sorry, I'm on a tangent a bit, but if you're talking in the camera and you tell people, hey guys, or instead of you're talking to them and say, hey, if you say hey, or you hi, or however you say it, if it's just like one person, depending on what you're saying, it would determine like how you, I guess, say hello to them. But if you're saying hello or hi or whatever it is to one person, it sounds like you're talking to them. But if you say like, hey guys, it's like they're just one out of a part of many. So anyways, with that said, hopefully you got what I meant, because I didn't express it very well. So I'm gonna share my screen on Instagram, and then I'm gonna do Facebook. Okay, so let me share my screen. So let's do share. Okay, so this is my Instagram, and don't look at numbers or anything, because that doesn't matter at all. So I'm gonna show you. So I've been doing a lot of videos, as you know, from the team and I. We've been doing team videos, coronavirus, some other things as well. And I think it's always important to talk about our family as well. So my mom, I love my mom and dad and all of them, all my whole family. But I figure my mom have a special place for her. So anyways, I'm gonna go scroll down to before I started doing so many videos. And and I'm going to show you like a post that would probably be a good post. And I shared this today on Workplace on my personal profile. I didn't talk much about it, but let me see. Let me find this. Okay, so this one was this one, and I'm going to read it to you. And I don't read that great, so bear with me. So this is, you see the picture. Tried to have something engaging. It was a drone photo of a property I was selling. This was the house. So if you can, whenever you write an Instagram post, start with something engaging. And I may have mentioned this before. I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, or I did a video that I haven't shared with you yet. But Chris Smith from Curator, he taught me something. And he said it's known in the business, the entertainment industry. It's called start with dessert. So start with something engaging. Start with like the meat of, and that sounds weird because the meat usually isn't dessert. But anyway, start with something really engaging in the beginning. Because just like when someone watches a video, if you lose them in the beginning, they're not going to read the rest of your stuff. And keep in mind the purpose of this content that I'm going to share you, because it's so different than what people typically see on Instagram. On Instagram, you're used to seeing these short posts, very little, a lot of emojis sometimes, maybe lots of photos, maybe high quality video, but you don't always need that because this photo isn't that great. This is when I first started doing drones. This was quite a while back. And so yeah, anyways, this was, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago. I can't remember, a little bit less. But anyways, start with something engaging, just like when you start with a video, you start with something engaging. So I'm going to read the post to you in case you haven't started reading it anyways. Okay, so I start with an emoji, and it says, the last time I was in Sam's, fake name, backyard, we were laughing and having a great time, checking out all the landscaping he was so proud of. This time I was by myself with tears rolling down my face. I felt numb. I had been this way since I heard the terrible news. Sam was nearly 10 years younger than me, and he was now no longer alive. The cancer took over so quickly, and Sam never once complained about anything. It didn't seem fair at all, especially since he had a young son and daughter. He would never get to do most of the things he used to smile and tell me about when he was talking about his future with his family. I've always been in love with my job, but while I walked through Sam's empty, lifeless home, I wished I was doing anything else but selling my dead friend's house. So with this post, it's to get people to know me a bit. We always talk about highlights in real estate. We talk about successes. We talk about everything that makes us the hero. If we're authentic, and that's going to be the theme that you hear over and over and over and over again from me and the team, it's authenticity. So I'm going to share with you another post. This one is, do this one. So again, picture's not that great. This was from like 2004, I think, is when maybe 2005. Actually, I don't want to do that one. I thought it was a different one. This is the one I wanted to do. So this one was from 2004, excuse me, when I first started real estate. So an emoji in the beginning, and it says, I'm going to give this, so quotes, I'm going to give the listing to another agent that is more experienced than you. That is how I got introduced to the luxury real estate market by my best friend, Jimmy. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It was 2004, and I had been in the business just a few months. The most expensive house I had ever sold in was about $350,000. Jimmy was buying and selling properties, and this home he had spent about a year renovating. The property was going to be listed for $1,150,000. When he told me that he wasn't going to use me, he also told me that if the top luxury agent he was going to hire didn't sell it in a few months, he was going to give me a shot. I was so grateful that he even considered me. I would look almost every day on the MLS to see if it sold. Fast forward a few months later, Jimmy told me the other agent couldn't sell it and that I was getting the listing. I was so happy that he gave me the chance to get into a market that I didn't deserve to be in. Besides doing the regular marketing that agents did at the time, I made sure that I also did an open house every single weekend. A few weeks later, an agent came by one of the open houses and brought a buyer. They had no idea the home was on the market because they were looking in another area. About a month and a half later, that buyer bought the home for $1,134,000. It was my first $1 million sale and a sale that I will never forget. So again, it's so different than a regular Instagram post. It's super long, and if you guys message me, I'll share with you some different apps that'll make the spacing look properly on Instagram. Because if you don't use the apps to do that, it'll all be jumbled together and it'll look terrible. So if you call me, text me, or whatever, just contact me and I'll share with you some of those apps. There's many of them. Some are free, some cost money. Okay, so now with that said, I'm gonna share with you how to do a good Facebook post. So let me see if I can get to it. See, this is always difficult when I do this. Okay, perfect. Facebook. Sorry, guys. Okay, that wasn't good. It's always bad when I go live and I haven't perfected this, but okay, so let me see if I can move this. I did, great. Okay, so with Facebook, what you want to do, you want to, and this is with Instagram and stuff too, when you post something, you want to be ready for like at least like 20 or 30 minutes to respond to the post. That's if you want it to be engaging. I'm not saying to do that with every post, but if you want to do a post, and for example, when you post on Facebook or Instagram, not that many people are going to see your posts organically. Organically meaning just your friends and stuff without having to pay. So because not that many people see your posts, what happens is they forget that you're around. And so every once in a while, you should do like an engaging post where people will think, they'll go down memory lane. And by doing that, you'll get a lot of comments and likes and stuff. So this was a while back. This was in 2017, June 14th. So this was almost 3 years ago. And I figured the reason I told you the year and stuff is I wanted to share with you that I've been doing this a long time. And everything I'm teaching you takes time. It's like building a brand. Nike, Gatorade, any of these big brands take forever, not forever, but they take a little time to grow. And it's going to take you a few months to start getting a lot of results, but you have to consistently do these things. It's sort of like going on a diet. You know that after a day or two, you're not going to lose that much weight. But if you diet well and you exercise for a few months, your life will be completely different. So anyways, back to this Facebook post. So this was, I figured the first thing, put color in the background, because if it's just text, it'll look terrible and it'll be really short and no one will engage. So my goal with this post was to get someone to go down memory lane and to think and create emotion with that person. So this post was, what was your very first job? I worked at McDonald's and I made $3.40 per hour. So what happens is when people do that, and I should have, now that I'm thinking about it, I should have made the post a little bit better. I could have challenged them a bit. When I say challenge them, I could say, who can remember their first job? My job was at McDonald's and I made $3.40 per hour. So I'm challenging them. They'll think about it. They'll think about how much they made, and I would create some sort of happiness because I brought back memories with them. So anyways, when I got 284 comments, like I said, don't look at comments, likes, and all that, but I'm only telling you that to show you that it works as far as a lot of people engage with it. So, so the main thing is when someone, oh, okay, that's not good. Okay, so no matter what someone says, you want to comment and like stuff. So back then this was a little bit different on Facebook. So let me see, maybe I got tired after a while. So like I worked at an airline at 425 an hour. Sounds like a cool job. So when they comment, don't just like the comment, actually engage with them. And so like for example, here, this is Alex. The China Club in NYC, 1998, busboy 315 per hour plus tips. And then he's like, and then he's thinking back even more. Actually, I think it was 1996. Then I'm like, because I know this guy from when I worked at the dealership with him. What year did you work at the dealership? It was 2001, I think. World Ford. So with that, and then you see this person working the grill at Burger King on Sunset and 107, 335 an hour, served up many Whoppers that might have accidentally hit the floor. Oh, not good. So then I wrote, I guess I won't be going there anytime soon. So I guess the point is just engaging with people, because if someone, like, let's pretend, right? I wrote this post and you wrote something on it and you commented and I just liked your post. You wouldn't care. But if you get a notification that says, I commented on your post, you're probably going to go back to that post and read the post. So I'm going to share with you one last thing, because this has gotten sort of long. So how many of you guys remember what your first car was? So I'm trying to challenge them to remember. I have an emoji there. I have the color background. This was in 2017. This was the day before. So I got 249 comments on this. So this was, let's go up. Let's see if we can find some comments. So this person put 1996 Plymouth Valiant. So I put cool. I Googled the car. I put it up. And so he was happy that he saw it. Another person, a black 1994 Ford Taurus from Courtesy Ford. So when I worked at the dealership, I'm like, nice, I remember selling it to your dad when I was in the car business. So this guy's dad bought a car from me in the car business, and I sold the son now. He was a little kid, and then his dad passed on the car to him, and I sold him the car. So then I put a picture of the car. So you sort of get the idea of what I'm saying. And I hope this helped you guys with things to post and to create engagement, to get people to help you build your brand. And again, like I said, don't ever worry about comments, likes, and shares and stuff like that. Don't worry about that. Just worry about the content. Creating your brand. And if you guys ever need help, and a few people asked me, like, why am I doing this? What am I trying to get out of this? Am I trying to start coaching? Someone told me that. Are you trying to do coaching? And I was like, no, absolutely not. I don't want to coach. I just want to help, because I enjoy doing this. And, we're all agents and we're all good at different things. And I spent, over 100,000 on learning marketing and other things over the years. And because of that, I'm sort of passionate about that. So if you watch what I have, or you even one day you're thinking about, like, hey, I have a question, or I have an idea, or I just can't think of anything engaging to post today, call me, text me, message me. You are never bothering me. I'm telling you that. I'm not lying. I'm telling you that. Please reach out to me and I will help you, because the better we get, the better the business is, and the better it'll help our clients. So take care, guys, and thanks for watching. Love you guys.